Sorry, what was that? Okay, what I'll do, I'll just dig out the password for you. Okay. So I'll just, where are we? So I've just sent you the link to the site to log in. The username's admin, and then the password's there below, so you'll be able to get in there and have a look around at what it currently is set out as. Yep. Oh, okay. That's a share screen option. Ah, there we go. Okay. So you can see that. Okay, so I've just shared my screen with you. Okay, all right. So this is currently the home page. So the sort of things, obviously the logo up the top here it's a bit too small, so it needs to be able to take up that whole space there to look a bit more prominent. So the map's working fine at the moment. I've already put all of the entries in, so all of the bars and breweries and things like that. But each particular category does have its own logo that I'll need to have added for each one, so that when you're looking at the map, there's 4 different logos, if that makes sense. I have those logos in PDF format, so I can get them reduced so that they can then be added in there. And I can get those to you if we go ahead with the job. So from there, one of the other jobs is to have a legend, if possible, underneath here where is my cursor showing up on there for you? So between the search bar here and where we'll have some information in here, if possible, to have a legend that shows what each icon is. So that's listed under the homepage jobs. Basically, the jobs in the Trello board there go from top to bottom. I assume that made sense to you. So from the legend there, then I've written out something that'll go in here as text, which is basic text just to tell people what we're about and how to use it. The sidebar here is going to need to be thinned. So the Twitter account will need to be pushed back against the edge. And then these 4 ads here should ideally be in the space under here, be it 2 below or 2 above or all 4 below. It doesn't make too much of a difference. And then, so these will be over on the side, and then below the text in here will be the reviews, not the reviews, the featured role, which I put a link to the AIT themes homepage to show the different variations of the website. So the featured role will be in there. I can manage adding, each customer to that featured role myself once they, pick their plan. And then in between the feature role, which would be in here, and then the reviews, which would be underneath it, essentially having space to be able to add a banner ad like this, should someone choose to pay us for advertising at a later date. That's making sense for you? Okay. And then for the footer, basically having it so that the logo here and this is all fine. In this area here, I figure I'll leave that blank for now, and what I'll do at a later date is potentially add links to relevant organisations and stuff regarding beer in my country here. I'm not going to have anybody log in or create accounts because I feel that given the number, there's only 300 odd potential customers, and I can manage each of those myself rather than having them have to log in and have all of that kind of set up. So I'm sort of going for the simpler option here. So this would not be there. And then the make contact is essentially going to be a search option here, and then the usual get in touch with us and have sort of an envelope so that it opens up their email to then send us a message. So the idea is it's not going to be a complicated website. It's just purely for finding things that you're looking for in your area. So it doesn't need to have too much text or too many different things or logins or anything like that I've noticed. So that's sort of the homepage, and that all sort of makes sense. Okay, so yeah, outside of what I've just outlined there would be obviously the analytics in the AdSense to fill in the ads, and then so that I can track traffic across the site. And then I've mentioned a colour scheme. You can see I've probably played around with the colour a little bit, but I haven't decided on the actual colour scheme at the moment. So what I'm thinking is potentially having a widget added in that allows me to then alter the colour across the website if I decide to change it at a later date. Is that something that's going to be possible? Okay. So on the back end stuff, is that what you mean? So you mentioned payment and money. Yeah, which is back end stuff. So that's on the back end page. So the bank account, as I said, that's something I'm setting up. So you don't need to worry about that one. I'll put a note on that one actually to say that. The PayPal setup, I've already set up a PayPal account and a PayPal email. So it's just a case of setting up PayPal so that it's a secure payment gateway from where they purchase the package that they're after. The link AdSense PayPal account, that's again something that I'll do myself. I can link to my PayPal account through my AdSense account. So that's not something you need to worry about either. Recurring invoices, that's again, something that I'll do myself because I can set that up through my PayPal. So what I can do is I can color code stuff where it's me and not necessarily anything to do with you. But for the purposes of setting up this Trello board, I did put stuff in that I'm going to do as well as you would potentially do, just so that I have the full view of what needs to be done. Yeah, so that payments and money channel, that's essentially mostly going to be me with a bit of help from you, but the rest of it is all me registering the business name and getting a tax number, etc., and registering for tax. That's sort of stuff that I'll have to do. But then if we moved on to say the forms, the body of those forms, I'll be able to create myself as we go along. So, the contact us form would just be basic stuff. Let us know what you've been thinking. You did ask about the been somewhere form. You did mention in your message you sent back to me about, where are we? Under the forms. So in your message there, you've got, you've put OK for the contact us, that's fine. The been somewhere not listed form, you wanted me to explain more on that. So I've said there, when the button is used, actually what will happen, this page here is going to stay. This page will stay and this page will stay. These two will essentially be removed and merged into one page that encompasses both of these options.